Welcome to the commencement exercises for our graduates. We're excited to have you with us here today to celebrate the class of 2021. As a reminder, all participants and guests are required to wear a mask at all times. Social distancing requirements remain in place. This is a happy occasion, a milestone, a true defining moment for our graduates. Therefore, we ask that you refrain from any behavior that would detract from the ceremony. Noise-making devices are not permitted during the ceremony. Security staff will be on site to enforce this provision, and guests who do not abide will be removed from the graduation ceremony. Guests are asked to hold their applause until all of the graduates' names have been called. It is of utmost importance that family members and guests be allowed to hear the name of their graduate. Congratulations to the class of 2021.
Welcome to the 2021 commencement exercises for Savannah-Chatham County Public Schools. This safety announcement is provided to advise you of some important reminders in case of an emergency. In the event the venue has to be evacuated, please identify and move towards the nearest exit in an orderly manner and move to a safe destination. If you need help finding the nearest exit, please ask an attendant or police officer. If you or a loved one is separated from your group, notify a police officer for assistance. In the event of a medical emergency, EMS personnel are on site and equipped to respond. Please alert event staff to the need for assistance. For all other emergencies, see one of the police officers stationed around the venue for assistance. District personnel will alert other first responders if additional assistance is required. While attending this event, we may experience extreme heat conditions. You're encouraged to drink plenty of water, which is available at the concession stands, and closely monitor yourself and your loved ones. Any signs of heat distress should be reported to a first responder immediately. Thank you for your attention. We hope you have a safe and enjoyable graduation ceremony.
Good morning, my Phoenix family. I want to welcome you to the New Hampstead High School Class of 2021 graduation ceremony. Please stand and remain standing as the New Hampstead High School Air Force JROTC cadets present the colors. With the exception of the graduates, gentlemen, please remove your caps, and everyone please join me in reciting the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for the playing of the national anthem. Thank you. Please be seated. The staff and students of New Hampstead High School welcome Dr. Ann Levette, Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Joe Buck, Savannah-Chatham County School Board President, and Mr. Michael Johnson, our Board of Education District 7 representative, along with other Board of Education representatives, parents, families, and friends. Our first speaker is Philip Filich, this year's salutatorian. Philip was born and raised in Croatia. He moved here just 5 years ago. Throughout high school, he's been quite the overachiever, taking all of the honors classes and AP classes New Hampstead has to offer. Philip participated in dual enrollment since his freshman year, attending classes through both Savannah Tech and Point University. Philip is the president of New Hampstead's National Honor Society, and he will be headed to Georgia Southern to major in business and political science. Our salutatorian, Philip Filich.
Good morning, Superintendent Dr. Levette, Board of Education President Dr. Buck, District 7 Board Member Mr. Johnson, other board members, district staff, Principal Foltz, faculty, staff, family, and friends. What an absolute roller coaster these years have been. So much blood, sweat, and tears have been shed. They could collectively fill several Olympic-sized swimming pools. We have endured it all to finally see this day on which we can celebrate that in the end, we made it through. In fact, we made it through like no other group of students ever has. It would be so easy to just talk about how much these unprecedented times have affected us negatively, but the often overlooked factor, one that is deserving of even more attention is the sheer perseverance, strength, and adaptability we have shown in our transition to virtual learning. Although it may feel as if our true high school experience ended on a random Friday in March, we were actually given an experience that we'll be able to talk about when the next generation complains about how hard they have it with school or in life in general. The entirety of 2020 showed us that we were able to succeed even while feeling like the world could end at any given moment. As you prepare for the next stage in your journey, remember how much you were able to persevere in the past year, and apply that to any struggle you face. If you were able to get through the challenges presented in 2020, you'll be able to get through anything. Thank you.
Our next speaker is Marshall Surwey, this year's valedictorian. Marshall's been an active student at New Hampstead, participating in the Student Leadership Program, Educational Talent Search, and the Interact Rotary Club. Marshall has taken advantage of dual enrollment opportunities at Point University during his junior year and Georgia Southern University his senior year. Marshall plans to continue his education at Georgia Southern University, majoring in accounting. Our valedictorian, Marshall Surwey.
Good morning, Superintendent Dr. Levette, Board of Education President Dr. Buck, District 7 Board Member Mr. Johnson, other board members, district staff, Principal Foltz, faculty, staff, family, and friends. Here we are, New Hampstead High School class of 2021. Our graduation day has finally arrived. We have crossed the bridge between childhood and adulthood. It is an intimidating yet frequently crossed bridge that is taken for granted by those who are just starting their journey. This portion of our journey may not have been perfect. It came with its anxieties as well as tragedies, not to mention a pandemic found its way in. But as a representative of those who have traveled this bridge over the past 4 years, even with its oddities, I can say that this journey will be considered one of the most memorable of our lives. Nevertheless, this bridge cannot have been crossed without support. The custodial staff, cafeteria personnel, security guards, coaches, media specialists, principals, and most importantly, the teachers are the reasons we have made it this far. We may not have always expressed great interest or appreciation for the lessons they were teaching, but at the end of the day, they all taught discipline. They taught us that working hard is what will always pay off. This is what we must take with us beyond this bridge. We must work hard to build our own bridges that will lead us to the next phase of our lives. Let's remember that during this time, this phase of building, we must remain committed to a culture of high expectations and to always remain Phoenix strong. Congratulations, New Hampstead High School class of 2021.
This past year has certainly been one to remember. For the last year and a half, you've missed out on most of those normal high school experiences that you as juniors and seniors would have taken part in. We focused on wearing masks, social distancing, and online learning. We've missed your faces, your voices, and spending the last year with you as you have grown into adults and prepared to move forward with your lives beyond high school. But this morning, we get to celebrate one of those significant milestones with you. This morning, in the midst of a pandemic, we get to have a graduation ceremony and congratulate all of you for your accomplishments. This morning, New Hampstead High School proudly graduates the largest graduating class in the district and the largest in New Hampstead history. Today, 343 Phoenix will receive diplomas after successfully completing their high school requirements. Today, 343 Phoenix are deemed ready to move on to colleges, the military, and their careers. Individuals in this group of graduates seated before you have made great academic and athletic and personal accomplishments. In this group, and please stand as I announce who you are, in this group, there are 22 students with GPAs of 95 and above receiving the Superintendent's Award. There are 75 honor graduates with GPAs of 90 and above. 52 of our graduates are completing high school in just 3 years. 61 of our graduates have earned a Fine Arts Diploma seal. And 106 of our graduates in this class were dual enrolled, taking college courses while still in high school, earning college credits and proving to themselves that they were ready for college and beyond. Led by our senior class, our athletic teams had great success. Seated before you are region champions, state placers, record setters, and athletic scholarship recipients. New Hampstead's finest scholars and athletes will be carrying our tradition of excellence onto colleges throughout the country, various branches of the military, and corporations right here in Savannah. I congratulate each and every graduate of the class of 2021. Your hard work, your dedication, and your perseverance have earned you a seat at this ceremony and have prepared you for the next challenges. I'm exceedingly proud to have been your principal, and I wish each of you the best in all of your future endeavors. Once a Phoenix, always a Phoenix. Before the presentation of diplomas, the senior class would like to recognize New Hampstead's most inspirational educator. This year's seniors were asked to choose a teacher who has inspired them during their years at New Hampstead. We are excited to present a $500 grant made possible by the Educate Chatham Foundation to the faculty member who was nominated by our graduating class as this year's inspirational educator. Coming to the stage, Delisha Worrell, you are the 2021 Inspirational Educator. Superintendent Dr. Ann Levette, Board of Education President Dr. Joseph Buck, and members of the Board of Education, please allow us to present our candidates for graduation. Will the first row of graduates please stand to receive your diplomas?
Marshall Connor Serwi. Philip Fielich. Maria Fadil Abbas Al-Hatami. Ariana Niriel Andrews. Sandra Aragon Pliego. Matthias Ballady. Julia Gabriella Barrett. Serenity Ann Bolton. Javon Kenneth Bowman. Travis Broderick Boykin Jr. Arena Haley Marie Bradshaw. Wakayla Divine Brigham. Haley Anna Bruce. Anae Camarena. Jalea Amani Carswell. Alan Christopher Collins. Joaquin Marcena Crawford. Savannah Elizabeth Curtis. Ermina Eileen Domzella. Raven Shantae Dunham. Elizabeth Nicole Exley. Kaylee Ann Fleming. Maya Eves Florida. Gabriela Fuentes Carmona. Amberlia Joy Gentry. Taylor Alexis Gould. Sarai Anaya Green. Dylan Oliver Gregory. Jana Renee Guitro. Caitlin Renee Hilliard. Elijah Kavan Johnson. Deshanti Dominique Jones. Amijah Ray Jones. Josue Leonel Lemos. Jordan Alexandria Lewis. Justin Ryan Little. Tiffany Lisette Martinez. Deja Leanne May. Savannah Ashlyn Leilani McCoy. Quinaya Shayoni Mike. Carson Jordan Miller. Mylin Noel Mock. Alec Danielle Montano. Kendall Marie Moulton. Kamaya Annette Olind. Paraj Suresh Kumar Patel. Huen Tao Huen Pham. Olivia Alessandra Polero. Marquise Devontae Reed. Hector Ricardo Reyes Marquez. Prestonique Zanisha Reynolds. Jamia Renee Robertson. Landon Bryce Scranton. Keandre Latrell Brian Shaw. DeAndre Caleb Smart. Sean Jared Sutherland. Morgan Devin Swaby. Bao Ko Tran. Vincent Tran. Skylar Nicole Lopata Trainum. Caleb Daniel Vales. Aiden Frederick Wallen. Christian Sumner Whitlock. Kayla Nichelle Williams. Maya Chanel Winters. Natalie Sodani Yith. Elena Janae Aaron. Shatoria Janae Ajaman. Idasia Sakaya Albright. Isabel Evelina Almond. Corey Riley Allred. Catherine Rose Anenzo. Angelica Marie Asia. Darian Giuseppe Basilis. Andrew Lane Bevins. Kayla Elizabeth Bowles. Donald Lee Vernon Bostick, Jr. Michael Anthony Bowie, Jr. Estevan Marlo Bowers. Antonio Bowman, Jr. Madison Lee Brait. Mackenzie Jasmine Brown. Patrick Michael Brown. Venetia Elizabeth Brown. Olivia Elizabeth Buchanan. Amon Montrez Burgess. Braden Eduardo Calderon. Caitlin Jade Renee Campbell. Eric Michael Campbell. Edric Adrian Caraballo Burgos. Devin Michael Paul Castillo. Mathiel Miller Castillo. Keandre Tyrell Cheeks. Jacob Chen. Janasia Jania Chisholm. Jemiah Noel Christie. Ryan Mackay Klaus. Cameron Rashad Coleman. Jada Nicole Coleman. Malcolm Jordan Collins. Kevin Bernard Cook, Jr. Anthony Mason Cope. Jocelyn Terry Corbin. Jacqueline Karen Covington. Merit Completo Perez. Charlie Eugene Davis, Jr. Chanaza Rakaya Davis. John Christopher Roy De Vega. Jenilyn May De Vega Purification. Annie Regina Deans. Jalen Taekwon Drayton. Rachel Olivia Edie. Sarah Denise Edie. Journey Janae Fair. Miguel Jose Faison. Enrique Rafael Fajardo Santiago. David Jesus Farias. Raheem Kenneth Finkley. Jacob Daniel Fish. Jamisha Vontrice Frazier. Jose Luis Galvan Jr. Dejan Malik Garvey. Kaylee Michelle Garza. Donovan Constance Gervin. Laura Ann Godfrey. Devin Austin Graham. Quentin Tayon Grant. Isaiah Stewart Gray. Rakayla Marie Griffin. Lily Francis Gulu. Sterling Ray Hamill. Shayana Hamilton. Ashley Elizabeth Hancock. Dante Maurice Malik Hancock. Elena Lee Sutton Harris. Jacoby Alexander Wayne Harris. Kinaya Dayana Height. Deja Monet Henningberg. Ethan Scott Henry. Irair Hernandez. Caitlin Jade Herrera. Marquise Deshawn Harrod. Nala Tylexius Hicks. Cameron James Hoagland. Leah Simone Holden. Cheyenne Trevion Holton. Janae Alicia Hudson Gale. Trenton Sear Huerta. Serenity Tierra Hunter. Danny Ondin Nguyen.
Zane Vaughn Ingrenson. Samaria Antone Jackson. Jamie LaCharles Jackson, Jr. Madeline Jarquin Diaz. Randy J.J. Jarrell. Caitlin Sierra Jenkins. Robert Brandon Jenkins. Zayshawn Mateen Jenkins. Chavis Alexis Johnson. Damari Taekwon Johnson. Darius Jaheim Johnson. Hassan Antoine Jawan Johnson. Jason Dion Johnson. Logan David Jones. Dalen Gage Kessler. Trevon Isaiah Jones. Taylor Danielle Kennedy. Shanasia Lillian Jones. Go, Shy. Tyrus Roger Key. Carrie Bernard Kimber Gaither. Kenneth Ernest Kirkland. Preston Chase Knowles. Christian Levy Lylong. Michelle Brooke Lee. Jarrell Lee Lewis, Jr. Okay. Robert Edward William Littlejohn, Jr. Joshua Thomas Lorello. Henry Lee Lucky III. Joseph Paul Marshall. Kyla Winchell Perlotta Martinez. John Lincoln Mason III. Alejandro Lafette Matute Lopez. Gabriana Nicole Maltzby. Kavon Jamal Maxwell, Jr. Tamarj Alexis Anai Mays. Tyree Jashawn McCoy. Michaela Armani McGee. Damian Lamar McInnes. Shania Imani Michelle Mitchell. Derek Maurice Mobley. Haley Ann Mollenbeck. Luis Smerlin Morales. Lauren Riley Muldrow. Sean Devon Murphy. Dakari Trayshawn Myers. Tiffany Amber Newbaum. Saskia Louisa Navarez. Kristen Patrick Newsom. Alil Josue Neves. Bryson Davis Nunn. Maria Elena Ortega. Manav Manish Kuma Patel. Parak Shirish Kumar Patel. Nicholas Evan Paul. Jada Camila Peoples. John Pierre Perez. Xander Alton Perry. Brianna Darnasia Pinkney. Victoria Macy Pines. Brett Ryan Portzer. Noah Thomas Purdom. Jordan Bine Quick. Riley Stephen Ruiz. Desmond Damon Rice. Oh. Anae Rico Aguilar. Derek Lamont Richardson. Garrett Jamal Rich Green Andre. Brooke Jasmine Champin Robbins. Courtney Denasia Robbins. Topanga Michelle Robbins. DeAndre Himon Robertson. Howard Lloyd Robertson III. Christopher Rodriguez. Ivan Rodriguez. Natalie Rodriguez. Vanessa Marie Rodriguez Lopez. Alasia Sanaya Ross. Malia Amari Ross. Jeremiah Marcel Antonio Roundtree. Wyatt Lee Ruling. Devontae Marquand Sanders. Luis Miguel Efren Santiago. Noah Walter Saxon. Malachi Antonio Scott. Jalen Christina C. Bryan. Ajayla Naye Selby. Jocelyn Renee Shokes. Ariana Aliyah Simmons. Joshua Christian Simmons. Alexis Nicole Sinclair Singleton. Logan William Smith. Trinasia Tashanti Smith. Anthony Benjamin Soriano. Bailey Elizabeth Sowell. Trayson Elon Speaks. Keith DeAndre Stallworth. Kayana Nevea Sweat. Lisa Leta Marie Techmeyer. Aljanad Entre Thomas. Devin Jaqueline Tigner. Jasmine Eva Tisdale. James Edward Toller. Nikki Antrez Trotter. Gabriel Michael Valentine. Hayden Nicole Varner. Amanda Velasquez Martinez. Mackenzie Ryan Vickery. Tor Reese Vincent. Antavion Shantarius Vincent. Darius Sharif Walker. Maya Lee Walker. Sage Alexandria Walker. Alaris Mikkel Wall. Broderick Nathaniel Ward. Anna Grace Warren. Jatavia Charnel Washington. Kennedy Victoria Washington. Teray Irvin Weathersby. Ethan Joseph Weeks. Sinai Raven Whitfield. Dominic Jaquan Wilburn. James Edward Wilcoxon III. Andre Michael Williams. Aria Alexis Ashante Williams. Amelia Danae Williams. Ariana Shade Williams. Mackenzie Denise Williams. Shannon Spencer Williams. Jaquez Deshawn Williams Grady. Elena Elizabeth Weinglass. Jonathan Miguel Winnick. Amos Lee Wright III. Essence Ashanti Wright. Victoria Lonnie Yarborough. Lakaya Deborah Janae Young. Haciel Zabaleta Aparicio. Amaya Camille Zakaria. Hillary Faye Fountain. Cavante Derek Miller. Denijah Micaiah Jones. Nakai Kayvon Moore.
We're just waiting for our final graduates to get finished taking pictures. Will the graduating class of 2021 please stand? Superintendent, Dr. Levette, Board of Education President, Dr. Buck, district representatives, and other members of the Board of Education and Administration. Graduates, with your left hand, please move your tassel from right to left. Having met the requirements of the Savannah-Chatham County Board of Education and the Board of Education for the state of Georgia, I hereby declare by the power vested in me that the class of 2021 are graduates of Savannah-Chatham County Public Schools.
Thank you for joining us today at the